right, so before we kind of get into the video, your girl is testing out her
iPhone 15 Pro Max.
And I'm gonna take this shot. Cheers, guys, to this video. Let's get it.
Rock with me now. Got a long way to go. Let me hit that. Let me hit that.
All right, hey guys. Ooh, I'm gonna hold this. We're laying down on my, like, what do you call this thing? It's like at the end of the bed. This is where the lighting's at. And yeah. So one thing I will say, I'm hoping this quality's fire because I'm recording off of my iPhone 15 Pro Max. And for the money for this phone, it better be giving, right? Like, it better, the quality, the audio, all of it. It really should not be an issue. So yeah, I wanted to also like try a YouTube video on this phone, right? I keep saying right at the end of sentences. Yeah. So today I wanted to kind of get into this topic regarding forgiveness, and honestly, it's like something that even myself deals with to this point, like today. And it's so powerful because it's like, I actually, before I started recording, I saw this like YouTube video of this girl, like whatever, and she had a clip in the video where she was saying she's been dealing with forgiveness with her parents, and she's been really just praying on it and giving it to God, and it's really helped kind of like look at her parents in a different lens and have been able to kind of like reestablish like a new relationship with them. She feels like a lot more free, and like, you know, the past is becoming more of a fog, like it's becoming blurry, which I felt like that was so powerful, you know? For me, like, to be a little vulnerable, for me, I feel like forgiveness has really stemmed from certain past relationships, really good friends in my life, where it was like at one point we were like this, just not being in my current life right now for, you know, various reasons. But one thing I will say is, like, when you grow up, not everybody is going to continue to be on the same path as you. You know, people move, people meet new people, make friends, they get married, have a family. It's just the way of life. And so not everything needs to be taken personal. And also too, I'm a firm believer that like God truly will remove people out your life that are not meant to be in your life anymore. One of the things that I guess sometimes can really be hard to come to terms with is like, you're so good with these people, you're so close, and then maybe something stupid or petty happens where it breaks your friendship and you're not friends anymore. And it honestly can either be for the good or the bad. Like for the good, where it's like, okay, that opened my eyes to that person's true colors. Thank God that happened so I can move forward, and like, you know, it is what it is. And then also for the bad, where it's just like, it kind of like didn't really need to turn out that way, if that makes sense. Me trying to figure it out right now, hold on. Sometimes I feel like our actions definitely will have consequences, especially if there's like warning signs before it happens, you know, where you know that this isn't something maybe I should do, but you end up doing it, and then, you know, you reap what you sow, right? So I guess that's what I mean. But with certain friendships that naturally fell off, I guess I've always kind of like been like, damn, like that sucks, like we were so tight. But like also too, I could think about how, for example, I'll just be real, like I don't do certain like activities, like I don't smoke anymore. So a lot of people I used to do that activity with like just naturally fell off. And it's like, it's crazy to look back on, because it's like, damn, like that's all we did really. Like we linked up to do that. Like we didn't really do anything like memorable. Like we never really did any activities where we could have been like, at the end of the day, like, yo, that was fun. Like it was always just like that one thing, which really, what is that benefiting for either you or that person truly, you know? Like, I know there's friends for every different setting, like having friends, maybe you have that friend that you go to like the gym with, maybe you have that friend that you just go out with, that friend that you only link up with to like study with, whatever the case might be, your work bestie where it's just strictly a work friend. But you know, there's obviously certain activities that really don't benefit anything. So it's like, forgiving is so freeing and so powerful, because it's like, bro, at the end of the day, like forgiving someone who's did you dirty, or you know, coming to terms with the situation, and like even if you're not like going face to face with this person and like forgiving them, but like forgiving them in your heart and just being like, I let this go, like what happened. Or even if you have to journal it out, or if you got to tell another friend like, yo, this is what I've been battling with, but like there's no way like I could like come to that person for whatever the circumstance is. Like it's just so freeing. And then also too, like to think about like, why would you want to have any hate in your heart for anybody? Like truly and honestly, like there's no reason to have any hate for anybody. Like all these people that you might have had hate towards, or like you fell off with, or like y'all just don't talk, whatever the case is, they did you dirty. It's like, I understand it sucks, but it's also just like, this world is not like, people are gonna let you down. Like that's the facts. Like your mom and dad could let you down. The closest people to you can let you down. So it's like, it's expected. No one's perfect. But even you, like you're not perfect. Like you're gonna let people down. You feel me? So it's just like, to have that like barrier of like unforgiveness, not understanding, it doesn't make any sense. It's just like, you know, I think go through your emotions, it's fine. Go through your period if you have to really just process, analyze what happened, but like come to terms with it and just decide to forgive. That doesn't mean like forgive and forget, but like forgive, remember like, okay, this happened between me and this person, but like I let it go. Like I wish them the best. I wish them, you know, growth, better life ahead, and that's it, you know? But to like hold it on and like gossip about them or like whatever, it just really doesn't do anything. Like when you really reflect on it, it's just like, damn, like what does that say about me? You know, like when you're holding that hatred and just whatever, it's just like you're really hindering your blessings. I think a lot of us like really struggle with like wanting to forgive people because we're so deserving. We're like, well, we didn't deserve that, which is true, right? Like nobody deserves to get hurt. But it's also just like everybody doesn't see through the same lens as you, which means like not everyone's going to, like people are all going to make different types of mistakes, you know? And one person might think one mistake's little compared to you. You might think that mistake's high on the bar while they think it's like absolutely nothing. And it's just like, let that trauma go, move forward. And I think, you know, in situations where like you're able to forgive someone and move forward and actually be cordial, be able to a little bit like be cool when you see them, like that's real and that's beautiful. And then there's just some people that like you could apologize to or vice versa, and like you don't want to continue that like relationship or friendship, and that's fine too. But I think you'll never be set free from that bondage if you don't forgive. And it like honestly sometimes like forgiving could be more for you than like for them. Really acknowledge the fact that none of us are perfect. Forgiving is just letting go and truly letting go, and like not gossiping about it afterwards. Like you might not have to like a person, but like you can like be civil and cordial, forgive the situation and move forward accordingly. Like for you to continue to yap about a person you don't talk to anymore, or who did you whatever you have beef with, it's just setting yourself continuously in that bondage. It's just like you don't even have to talk about that individual. You can literally just move on like with your life. Like it's not that, if you don't like that person, it shouldn't be that deep to be like talking bad about them. Like you could just move on. And that's something too that like I feel like for myself, like I'm even trying to come to terms with, because it's just like to talk bad about people, like gossip, it's just like, I could say for me personally, it comes from a place of just like anger. Like, dang, like that person did me like that. Like, you know, like what's me talking about them in this way? But it's just also like, girl, what are you doing? Like you're setting yourself at this standard when you're just trying to move higher on your path, and you're just keeping yourself in bondage with that person, with that situation, when it's just not that deep. If you like this video, show love, subscribe to your girl, like this video. I really be on my shorts. I do a lot of makeup shorts, so if you want to check me out on there. But yeah, I don't know where I'm navigating this channel. I'm just gonna do me. I'm gonna do me. I love you guys. Peace.
Rock with me now. Got a long way